Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Vaishnavi. Good afternoon, Nitin. Good afternoon, Shakib. Good afternoon, Master. Good afternoon, Nitin. Good afternoon, Puneet. Good afternoon, Vaishnavi. Good afternoon, Shreya. Okay, so we will start with revision of what we studied. Good afternoon, Zilan. So I hope all of you have at least gone through the videos because I have already uh, sent the video in the WhatsApp group, right, everyone, for revision? Yes. How many of you went through that? Tell me. Because this is one of the most important chapters. Okay, it's not just for your grade 10, but it is also very useful chapter for grade 11 and for solving numericals, be it physics, chemistry, or even maths. Okay, so this is one of the most important chapters. I've already told you that there are some chapters which is more of like very crucial when you're talking about any of this subject, be it physical chemistry or physics. Okay, for example, linear equations. I hope all of you are aware now that how important linear equation is, right? Because when you talk about any variable, okay, or any equation, be it in physics or chemistry or maths, you have to solve linear equations, right? Yes or no? Tell me. Yes, in the same way, quadratic equation is used almost everywhere. Almost everywhere. Got it? And the thing is, instead of just in science, okay, this quadratic equations is used everywhere, be it economics or commerce or statistics, okay, because this is, you can see that these topics, which is linear equations, quadratic, probability, these are the very basic topics which is used throughout the domain of maths. Wherever maths is used, these chapters or these concepts will be used, okay, right? Okay, so let's start with what we have studied in last class. I hope everyone remember, but still we will revise whatever we have studied in last class. Okay, so in last class we studied what is the basic definition of quadratic equation, what is the standard form of quadratic equation, right? Then we studied about values of quadratic equation. Okay, so when we talk about the values of quadratic equation or the standard form of quadratic equation, so these are something that we have already studied in our current class, right? Class 9. Okay, because these are one of the examples of polynomials. So we have studied what is the value of polynomial, what is zeros of polynomials. Yes or no? Tell me, yes or no? Yes. So what is quadratic equation? Quadratic equation is, yes. So quadratic equation is actually a kind of polynomial with one variable and degree 2, power 2. Okay. So the standard form of quadratic equation is given by ax square plus bx plus c. Now this is equal to 0. Obviously this is equal to 0 because when we are talking about f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c is equal to, sorry, just see this is a quadratic expression. But if you are making this equal to 0, then it will become your equation. That is something that we already studied. Okay. Now if you put the value of x in this expression, then you will get the value of expression, right? That's what we did. We put x equal to 1, x equal to minus 1. So when we talk about these expressions, there are some values for which this value of the whole expression becomes 0. Okay, for example, in this, we put x equal to minus 1 and we got this one, right? And we got, tell me, f of x or y is equal to 0. So those kind of values are called as the zeros of a polynomial. Okay, they are called as zeros of a polynomial. Make sense, right? Or in quadratic equation, it is called as root of the quadratic equations. Root of the quadratic equations. Yes, linear equation with degree 2 is quadratic equation. Okay, now we are. Ask your friends to join soon. Okay, we will start. Now, when we talk about the roots, I can say that, okay, zeros of polynomial or zeros of a quadratic equation is your root of polynomial, which means that I can find the root of a polynomial or the quadratic equation, okay, right? I can find the root of a quadratic equation by equating it with 0 and factorizing it into linear factors. Yes or no? Tell me yes or no. Yes. So that's what I did. I want to factorize my quadratic equation into linear factors, right? Okay. So this is what we did. Now we know that, okay, when we are talking about factorization, okay, when we talk about factorization, there's one method which we have already studied, which is splitting the middle term. So we all know what is the splitting the middle term. We all understood splitting the middle term. We all practiced it in our class. Okay, that's easy, right? In that, what we do, we try to break or we try to split the coefficient of x, which is b. Okay, which is b. Coefficient of x is b now. So we try to, yes, we try to split b into two parts, m and n, such a way that the sum will give you the value of b and the product, right, m into n will give you the value of a into c. Okay, a into c. Got it? Right? So this is the method, split the middle term. So after splitting the middle term, we can factorize and equate it to 0. We will get the zeros of quadratic equation or root of the quadratic equation. Right? So this is one method which is split the middle term. Now, when we talk about the second method, okay, when we talk about the second method, in this method we also observed how sum of root is actually minus b by a and product of root is c by a. So we haven't derived actually, we just observed. Okay, we haven't derived, we just observed that sum of root is minus b by a and product of root is c by a, right? So yeah, so this is about split the middle term. When we talk about the next method was completing squares. Okay, completing squares. So I'm just going to revise this again. Okay, right? Which test? Avesh? Maths test? Bio test? Bio test. That's why. Okay, yeah. So when we talk about the second method, which is completing square, now think about it. When you talk about this method, I can say that, okay, I'm having an identity which is a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b. Right? This is one identity that I'm having. We know this, right? So if somehow I can convert my quadratic equation in this form, a square minus b square form, right? Then I can split it into a minus b into a plus b, right? Okay, got it? Now, how to do that? How to do that? Because obviously, when you talk about any quadratic equation, if I have to convert into this form, a square minus b square, right? So it would look like something like this: x plus a whole square minus b square is equal to 0. Yes or no? Where a and b is can be any constant, right? Right? And this can be split into x plus a plus b and x plus a minus b, because this whole is a and this is b. So instead of using a and b, you can use u and v also, right? Now my question is how to do that, how to convert this into, right, this form into this form. So let's take this example only that we have already taken. Now when you expand this, when you expand x plus a whole square minus b square, you will get something like this: x square plus a square plus 2ax minus b square is equal to 0, right? And compare this with your equation, which is x square plus 3x plus 1. Now x square is there, right? So x square is here. No need to do anything with x square, right? No need to do anything with this x square. Okay, but what about this? What about x? So I can say that, okay, the coefficient of x over here is 2a, right? The coefficient of x is 2a. Makes sense? 2a. And here it is 3x. So I can say, okay, so 2a should be equal to 3. 2a should be equal to 3. Right? Got it, Vikas? So if 2a is equal to 3, then a is equal to 3 by 2. 2 will be divided to this side. Very good, Darshan. Very good. Those who have given the test in morning itself, very good. So, right? So I can say that, okay, 3 can be written as 2 into 3 by 2. 2 into 3 by 2 into x. 2 into 3 by 2 into x. Makes sense? Tell me, makes sense? Yes or no? Tell me, yes or no? This, everyone got it? So we are done with x square and 2x. What about a square? Right? What about a square? So I can say that, okay, a square is a square is equal to, now a is 3 by 2, so a square is 9 by 4. Now since I need a square, what I'll do is I'll add as well as subtract a square. Yes or no? Tell me. Yes or no? This is what you have to keep in your mind. I'll add as well as subtract a square. Okay? Yes. So 9 by 4 we will add minus 9 by 4. Now if you observe this term x square plus 2 into 3 by 2 x plus 9 by 4, this will give you x plus a whole square, which is x plus 3 by 2 whole square. Now the left out constant term is minus 9 by 4 plus 1, which is minus 5 by 4, right? So minus 5 by 4 is b square. Okay, minus 5 by 4 is b square. So b is equal to root 5 by 2. So this we can convert x plus 3 by 2 whole square minus root 5 by 2 whole square. Now this is a square minus b square. Yes or no? Or u square minus b square. Everyone got it? Vikas got it? Right? Yes? Very good. So this is just for an example. This is just for an example. Okay, I can just, yes, I can generalize this with, I put it now, b is equal to root 5 by 2. This is root 5 by 2 only. B is just a variable, right? B is just a variable. It's not that B will have some value. Anything which is constant here over here is B. Anything which is here is B, right? And this is just a variable. I'll give the name as U, W, tomato, doesn't matter, right? Now it is a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b. We will get two values. Okay, so this is the example. Now when we talk about the formula, I can say that, okay, I can use that concept, I can use that concept, I can generalize this. Yes or no? I can generalize this. And how can we generalize this? Okay, so I'm having this general equation, which is x square, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? I want to convert this into x plus u whole square minus v square is equal to 0. So I can say, okay, x plus u whole square. So it can be written as x square plus 2ux plus u square. Make sense? Tell me, make sense? Yes or no? Make sense? Right? Now I have to just equate this with this. So, okay, I can say x square coefficient is 1, but here the coefficient is a. What I have to do? I have to divide by a. So divide everything by a. Now after dividing everything by a, this equation is modified into x square plus b by ax plus c by a is equal to 0. Make sense? Tell me, make sense? Yes? Now, can I compare this equation now? Tell me, can I compare this equation with this equation? So x square, okay, coefficient 1, no issue. Then second, right, the coefficient of x over here is 2u, and here it is b by a. So I can say 2u is b by a. This is u, this is not 4 by the way, right? My handwriting is horrible, that's why this is u. Okay, so u is equal to b by 2a. Makes sense? U is equal to b by 2a. Okay, I can say then this b by a can be written as 2 into b by 2a, because again 2 by 2 is 1, right? 2 by 2 is 1. Got it? Tell me, got it? Right? Now again the same thing, u square. I can say, okay, u is b by 2a, so u square is b square by 4a square. I have to add and subtract this u square. So I'll add b square by 4a square and subtract b square by 4a square. Right? Now, because this will become 0, I can do that. And c by a was there, so I'll just add c by a because it is plus c by a, so plus c by a. Now, if you see this, right, I can get, okay, it is x plus 2ux plus u square, which is x plus u whole square, minus this whole term, b square by 4a square plus c by a. So I'll take the LCM over here, take minus common, I'll get something like this, b square minus 4ac by 4a square. right? So it seems like, okay, this is like very big term, so I should reduce it. Okay, so I'll reduce it. I'll write b square minus 4ac. This is 4, this is not 9. Okay, last step is this now. I'll just, this is x square plus 2ux plus u square is x plus u whole square. Now this is as it is, b square by 4a square plus c by a. Now if you take negative common and do the LCM, okay, what will happen? You take negative common, so it is negative, so this plus, so it should be minus because minus minus plus. Now 4a square and a, the LCM is 4a square. So 4a square divided by 4a square, we'll get 1. So it is just b square. Now when a will divide 4a square, we will get 4a. Now 4a into c will give you 4ac. Got it, Prahlad? Got it? Okay. Now this whole term, b square minus 4ac, I'll write it as d. Okay. So this I can write it as root d by 2a whole square. Now this is again a square minus b square. This is something, right? Capital A square minus capital B square is equal to 0. So I can say, okay, a plus b and a minus b. So I'll have two answers. This is x1, this is x2, right? Got it? So the formula is this. So I can say the formula will be minus b plus minus root d by 2a. Okay, got it? Where d is minus b square by 4ac. See, we have two roots. One is minus b minus root d by 2a, and one is minus b plus root d by 2a. So I can write both formula in one way, which is minus b plus minus root d by 2a. In one case it is plus, in one case it is minus. So we'll get two roots. Got it? Tell me, got it? Bhavani, my voice is cracking for you. What for other guys? Tell me, everyone else, can you hear me clearly? X1, x2 means x1 and x2. It is just two roots. It is just the variable. Okay, for example, I have two students. I can say, okay, he is student 1, student 2. So I'll write s1, s2, right? Student 1, student 2. So x1, x2 is the root, first root and second root, or you can just write it as alpha and beta. Alpha and beta. Got it? Tell me, got it? Right? Any issues in this? Tell me, any issue in this? No? Yes, Bhavani, I'll upload. Don't worry. Bhavani, you haven't seen the last class video. Can you hear me, Bhavani? Tell me. Yes? Okay. So don't worry, you will get it as you solve problems, you will get the concepts. Okay. Okay. So see what we have studied, right? We studied what is quadratic equation. So any polynomial with degree 1 is the linear polynomial, right? Okay. And degree 2 is quadratic polynomial. Makes sense? Yes or no? Yes, Janvi, I'll send. Okay, I've sent for the last class also, and this class also I'll send. Don't worry. Right, from now onwards, I'll send each recording on WhatsApp also. Okay. Okay, so I'll revise again. So we know what is quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is a polynomial, okay, with degree 2. And the variable is, now the variable may be 1 and 2, but for us, we just have to deal with one variable. We just have to deal with one variable. Okay, got it, right? So the standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c should be real numbers. Okay, a and b should be real numbers, right?